Hey guys! Oh, I'm so excited and honored to talk to you guys today. I'm just going to give it a couple of seconds though to give people a couple seconds just to log on. We know how sometimes Facebook can be. Before I dive in on the training today, which I am so excited and again honored to share with you guys. Tips on marketing and the ultimate portion fix. So I'm just going to get started. So my name is Ashley Odenweller, and again, I am so excited to be here. Hopefully I don't talk super fast or ramble. My energy and my nerves are like so shot right now. I hit live and I'm like, let's do this. So like I said, my name is Ashley. Okay, let's talk about the ultimate portion fix, guys. So I had the honor of being in the test group before the program got launched. And let me just tell you, this is an amazing, amazing program. Some people are going to go into it loving the containers from the get-go. They already used them. They swore by them. They loved them. I was not one of those people. I have been with the company for 6 years now, so I was around when the original launch of 21 Day Fix came and the containers were first introduced. And I used them for 21 days, and then I just stopped. And I always told myself, like, I don't need the containers. I don't need to portion my food. Like, I can do it on my own. Like, I'm good. So I went into the test group, obviously very honored to be a part of it, and said I was going to give it everything I've got and become a true believer in the containers. And let me tell you, I am a believer in the containers. I will be using them for now on instead of just thinking I can do it on my own and no longer using them. We are still a part of the test group. We're 7.5 weeks in, and so far I am down 8.6 pounds, and last I checked, about 12 inches. I've dropped an entire pant size in 7.5 weeks using these containers. Prior to starting the test group, I had gone to my doctor. I wasn't losing weight. I'm 16 months postpartum, and I had been working out since I was cleared at 4 weeks. So I was doing all the workouts. I was doing them every single day without skipping a beat. But I wasn't losing any weight. I wasn't losing any inches, and we couldn't figure out why. I went through testing, and right before the test group, my OB started me on some medication to try to figure everything out. Guys, it was my nutrition. It was my nutrition. In 7.5 weeks, seeing the results that I've seen, losing 8.6 pounds, 12 inches, dropping an entire pant size, all from the containers. I am a true 100% believer and confident in these containers. We all know they work, but sometimes we have to see results ourselves to be 100% confident in them, and that is how I am now. So I love this program. I love everything it has to offer, and I cannot wait for all of our challengers and customers to get their hands on it and start seeing amazing results and start changing their eating patterns and diving right into their nutrition and making that mind shift that I've been able to make since using these containers for the last 7.5 weeks. So that is just my experience with them since starting UPF, like I said, 7.5 weeks ago. But what I really want to talk to you guys today is tips on marketing the program. A lot of the tips that I'm going to be giving you guys is going to be based off of Instagram. That is where I run pretty much all of my business. But you can use these same tips, guys, on any other social media platform. If you use Facebook, if you use blogs, you can still utilize these tips. You just may have to tweak them a little bit, which is totally okay. So the first thing I really want to talk about, guys, is utilizing polls. If you are not using polls on Instagram, you really need to start. And using polls to market UPF, which is, I'm going to call it UPF for short, is really going to help. One, get to know who is following you and being able to really dive into what they need, what people need to address, like what nutritional concerns they need to address, how this program can help them, or even finding out, is this the correct program for them? So a couple of things when it comes to polls. So I don't want you guys to be using questions like, would you like to try UPF? Put yes or no. I really want you to dive in and ask specific questions to people. One, like I said, this is going to open up a whole new window of conversations that you can have with people. And two, you can really start to build a relationship with the people that are following you. So a couple of examples, and I will let you guys know after this training is over, I will upload a PDF into the group that gives examples of what polls can look like, some questions you can ask, responses you can give. And so if you're like afraid you can't take notes quick enough, I will upload that afterwards. So here are some examples of some questions that I've asked on my polls. And if I look down, I apologize, my notes are right here. So one, I really have been asking a lot more is, what do you struggle with, nutrition or working out? Everybody can work out, but not everybody, but you know what I mean. But not everybody can necessarily focus on nutrition. That is where a lot of our customers struggle with. So by asking this question, one, now you can find out, okay, should I offer BOD or should I offer Ultimate Portion Fix? Or should I offer both? So by doing this, it again opens up a whole new relationship and a whole new set of questions that you can ask them. Another one that I asked and I got so much feedback from was, do you struggle to get in 3 to 4 servings of vegetables a day? And when you're asking these polls, don't do generic question answers of yes or no. Because when you do yes or no, one, no gives them an easy way out. And it's kind of hard to start a conversation with somebody if it's just like a simple yes or no. So I get really creative with the answers that I give on my polls. So there was like a debate one day on like, are potatoes a vegetables? So I put, do potatoes count? And then the other one said like hard pass. So again, now you've opened up a conversation with people like, well, how can we help you get more vegetables in? Why do you struggle with vegetables? Are there new ways that we can help like teach you how to cook vegetables? Things like that. Again, this is where UPF is going to come into play. Do you struggle with portion control? That's another one that I've asked. And then do you need a simple solution for healthy eating? Those are a couple that I've asked. And again, on this PDF, I'm going to give you quite a few more examples of other questions that you can ask as well. So what I do is I have these polls, and I usually do anywhere from 4 to 6 polls in a row asking these questions on my stories. And then what I do is I start a conversation with every single person that's voted on these polls. And I know for some people that may be very overwhelming. You're like, that is a lot of conversations, and it is. And you can stagger it out. You maybe respond to everybody on one of the polls one day, because you can always go back at your stories, the archive, to see who answered your previous polls. And depending on the way that you invite to the business will depend on what message you send them. So I am a direct invite type of coach. So I would automatically shoot out an invite saying, hey, thanks so much for voting on my poll. It really helps me understand what I can try to help you with. I've been using this program for the last 7.5 weeks, and it's really changed my mindset on eating. It launches on the 18th. I would love to give you more information. Would you like to hear more about it? So that would be maybe an example of a invite that I would shoot out, because like I said, I'm a direct invite type of coach. But maybe you're somebody that wants to form a relationship with them before you dive in and start giving them all of this information. So a simple message like, hey, thanks so much. I saw that you voted on my poll. That's something I really struggle with as well. Again, thanks so much. You can add a question in the end. You can add a call to action that has nothing to do with Beachbody, that has nothing to do with this program. And now, hopefully, you've opened up a door to get to know this person and try to help them with this problem, and the solution being UPF. So I love polls, guys. I love polls. Like I said, it's just a great way to build relationships, and it's also going to help you to figure out what you need to give to your followers. So if you notice that more people are voting on these nutritional polls and you're not posting a lot of food, which will be my next tip, this shows you, all right, I need to start posting more about food and what I'm eating, and that kind of helps you know, again, what to give your followers. So now we're going to go into tip number 2, which is food. Okay, so prior to UPF, I am the worst housewife. I don't cook. My poor husband, he cooks all of the meals. So when I started UPF, I said I was going to start cooking the meals because I want to be involved with prepping the meals, cooking the meals, just so like I kind of had a say in it and I was more committed and invested into my journey. So since then, I've cooked like all the meals. My husband's absolutely loved it. But what it's also allowed me to do is share my food with people. People tend to have this idea that healthy eating is chicken, rice, and broccoli. Like that's what we tend to view healthy eating as. And there's just so much more to it. You can get so creative with things. So I really got creative while I was in the while I'm in the test group making new foods. And I shared every single dish that I made. And I actually made a highlight, and I didn't include this. I wasn't going to include this. I totally forgot about it. But I made a highlight on my Instagram stories sharing my food so people can go back to my highlights on my bio and look at the foods along with the container counts. So some examples of some foods that I made that I share to people: chicken parmesan. Most people think that's not healthy, but you can make it into containers. We made the fixate French toast. People were shocked. They're like, you can have French toast doing this container system? Like, yes, like you don't just have to eat like chicken and broccoli. There's so many other options. So this program is centered around food. So you guys got to show people the food. Show them what you're eating. Show them that you're not eating the same thing every single day. And maybe you are a creature of habit. Like me, every single day I'm eating the same breakfast, but dinner, I get creative. And I show them the ways that I got creative adding in vegetables into my diet. So I add spinach into my eggs every single day. I add spinach into my Shaco. Like I snuck in veggies in different ways. And I was able to share this with people and they were shocked. Like they're like, oh, I can get in more vegetables. Show them how you're using the containers. People need to see how these containers are being used. So if you've dived into UPF, there's a video that shows you like a salad that you get in a restaurant and then how your salads would be using the containers. And it's a real big eye opener. I am not a salad person. I am a pasta person. Give me all the pasta. I love pasta. So what I did one day was I did an example. I showed the pasta in the yellow container. And I said, this is what my plate used to look like. And it was pasta filled on the entire plate. You guys know, like we like to put a lot of pasta on our plate. Like, no, don't try to deny it. And then I showed them like, this is as much pasta as you need. And I cannot even begin to describe the amount of messages I got in my inbox. Like, oh my gosh, like I did not realize how much I was overeating pasta. So it's a great way, again, to show like, this is the portion that you get. And this is what our plates tend to look like. So I've really dived into a lot of that. And then I show the food in the containers and I show what the food looks like on the plate. Because let's be honest, we all get those yellow containers and we're like, oh, that's not enough carbs. Like I need more than that. But it's actually plenty. You're really getting more than you need. You're feeling full and satisfied. We're just not used to portioning out our foods. Also, the last tip under food is another thing to do is to show your grocery hauls. A lot of people that we talk to say, well, I don't eat healthy because it's expensive. And it's really not, depending on the way that you budget your food, what you buy. So I like to show people what I get at the grocery store, how long it will last me for, what it costs me. So it really shows people like you can eat healthy without eating the processed foods, the sugary foods, the frozen meals. And this is what you get. So by showing your food, it's really going to show people this is what the containers are. This is how you use the containers. This is how much food you like get on your plate. And it's really going to open the eyes to people and show them like, these are amazing. Like we all know the containers are amazing, but we have to show people that they're amazing. All right. Tip number 3, reaching new people. We're always about reaching new people, guys. So how can you reach new people with UPF? So usually when we're trying to find new people, we're trying to find new people for workouts. And I really, truly believe that UPF opens the door to finding so many new people that you can help. People that want nothing to do with at-home workouts. Maybe they're runners and they are just not interested in working out from home. Our gym goers, our CrossFitters, they all can use a nutritional program along with what they're already doing. So I'm a runner. I am currently training for a half marathon. So I have a lot of people that are runners that are following me. And I've begun talking to them and they didn't use any type of nutritional program. This is a great way to introduce them to this program and still be able to help them and not necessarily do a workout. So some things that, some of the tips I recommend when reaching new people, switch up your hashtags to relate to those people. Hashtags is where it's at, guys, and you need to switch it up. So figure out hashtags that go along with maybe CrossFitters, that maybe go along with runners, people that go to the gym, people that may struggle with eating. Search out those hashtags so you can reach new people. A target area that I've currently been trying to reach out to is busy moms, busy families. People that have a hard time meal prepping and meal planning and maybe are constantly grabbing food on the go. This is a great way to introduce healthy eating into their family and show them that you can still eat healthy, plan, prep, even on a busy schedule. When sharing your food, make sure you guys are using hashtag related or food related hashtags as well so you can reach a new demographic of people. And then something I've also been doing, and I'll try to explain it the best way that I can with you guys without like showing a screen, is adding locations to my stories. And I don't just mean like a city that you're in, adding fitness events, adding maybe a local gym that's nearby. So when you're doing a poll, add the location, minimize it really, really small so you can't see it, and just kind of shuffle it off the screen. It's really easy to do. And that's something that I do as well. Or add locations for popular restaurants in your hometown or in the town that you live, or just restaurants in general. Because if people look up that location, your story is going to pop up, and hopefully that will draw them interest to follow you and learn about this program. So those are my tips on reaching new people. My fourth thing I want to talk about, and I don't think we're talking about this enough, is that people who purchase UPF by March 31st, they get access to the live 21-day fix, 21-day fix extreme workouts. Guys, this is huge. I'm so excited for this. Like I said, my business blew up when 21-day fix was released. That's really what propelled my business to where it's at today because of that program. Reach out to old customers, reach out to old challengers, and let them know, hey, I know you did 21-day fix before, and I know you loved it. They're coming out with the workout all over again, filmed in real time, where you get to complete every single day and not repeat the same workout every single week. That is exciting. Many of you have probably finished Lift, an 80-day obsession, where they're in the real time. And there's such a satisfaction of getting to that last day and celebrating with the cast and celebrating with your challengers and your coaches that you all got to this last day. We need to be sharing that with people. So like I said, reach out to your old challengers, your old, maybe people that you haven't chatted with in a long time. Do a poll hey, are there any 21-day fix graduates, any 21-day fix graduates, watching my stories? Reach out to them and let them know that by purchasing this, not only do they get this amazing nutritional program, but they get to go through the entire program all over again, updated, real time, day 1 through day 21, where they get to celebrate. This, I'm pretty excited for this. I'm not gonna lie, I am pretty excited. So those are my top tips on how to market UPF. Like I said, I will upload a PDF into the group, and it will give you guys examples of the polls that I use, different questions that you can ask, and how I share my food. And then I'll come back through and answer questions on the comments as well. But I really hope that by going through this program, hearing these tips, that you guys are going to dive in and you're going to be so confident, and not only marketing UPF, but helping your challengers, helping your virtual gym, helping your coaches go through this program and really truly change their nutritional aspect. Help them in the areas that they're having difficulty with, and just loving this program as much as I do, as much as you do. So thank you guys so much for hopping on. I really hope that you guys got some amazing tips from this. Like I said, I'll go through and answer any questions. You guys have a great day, and thank you so much. Bye, guys.